Watch Dominic, Harvey on your left against Syed on your right. You take a look at the places that they are in right now. 9-2-1 as opposed to 9-3. Both of these players in the top 10 on our Player of the Year leaderboard here on the SCG Tour. As a Soul Scar Mage is where Zan started for Dominic Harvey. He's got a Chromatic Star in Urza's Mine and Urza's Tower, but no Sylvan Scrying or Expedition map to complete the Tron. At least we think it could be in hand. As Zan is going to play a Stomping Ground untapped. He'll fall down to 18 to deploy a Monastery Swift Spear. And we'll see what the follow-up is here for him, because you have to imagine there's going to be some sort of spell to trigger Prowess. And there's a Faithless Looting. So, draw one, draw two. Lightning Bolt among the cards that Zan has found. He'll be discarding 2 cards here in just a moment.
Another issue for Zan's build here, I think in this matchup in particular, is he is on the slower side in a lot of respects. He's playing 2 copies of Seasoned Pyromancer. The splash is for running 6. And I think against Tron, from just red aggro decks in general, the goal is just be as fast as possible. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to beat them. Try to end the game before they're able to get one of their big plays. Make it so if they don't have natural Tron, they're just not fast enough. And Zan's build of this deck is built for a little bit more staying power, which is not the way I like to approach this matchup in particular.
This will be a Manamorphose here for Zan to kick things off, so there'll be at least 1 Prowess trigger. Let's make it 2 with the Lava Spike. And let's make it 3 with the Lava Dart. That means that the Swift Spear has 4 power right now. And it'll attack for 4. With a Bolt, it would be 5, 6, 7, 8. I think Bolt plus Dart is game over. Because my math is bad. Bolt makes it so it's attacking for 5. Dart makes it so it's attacking for 6. Is that right, partner? Yeah, that should be it. Okay, we're all done here. There you go. Zan Syed is going to win game number 1 here very quickly over Dominic Harvey, playing Mono Green Tron. Those prowess threats can grow to enormous heights very quickly.
And really good for Zan to get game 1, obviously, because he gets to be a lot more lean and efficient post-board and cut out some of these slower threat cards that are for other matchups.
Well, Zan picking up that win very quickly, going to get to sideboarding as well. We'll learn more about him. The captain of Team Lotus Box, 27 years old, from Atlanta, Georgia. 18 opens played last year, 5 open top 8s. All time, he's got 11 open top 8s with 2 Ws, and he loves himself some food, exploring new restaurants in new cities, as long as they're rated 4.5 stars or higher, I presume, on Yelp, assuming he trusts that app.
I don't know. When I got to town, got in late, went around town doing some exploring, ran into Zan. I got the vibe that he was not hitting up the 4.5 joints at that hour.
Well, the 4.5.
So you know.
Maybe there's some 4.5s that are open late. I don't know where you dabbled Friday evening.
I didn't. I went down to a local watering hole and watched there was a live band. Basically no college kids there. We're in the
already a great start.
Ohio State University's here, huge college town. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot of these spots were not that are out there. Not my speed when I was 22. Certainly not my speed at age 37.
Yep.
But I found a local watering hole. There was a live band, and I watched the Padres just throw it in the trash can against the Giants Friday night,
as they are often.
Yeah, it was great. It was not, that part was not great.
Some things never change, my friend.
I know.
Some things never change. Game number 2 about to be underway here in just a moment between Dom and Zan. Mono Green Tron, Gruel Phoenix.
Our reliever who gave up the winning home run in extras, he and I threw up our hands in disgust the exact same way when the ball left the bat.
The Giants are randomly competitive.
I know.
Well, they were horrible.
No sense.
They were horrible the first 2 months of the season.
I remember, I'm sort of re-engaging with baseball after a long time of not following it all that closely. Mm-hmm. And I know that, you follow it much more intimately than I have in the last couple of years. Yeah. And I remember messaging you early on in the season with, so the Giants have no good players? And you're like, yes, that's absolutely
correct. They don't.
They don't. Good player.
And what's happened is they've just accidentally started winning a bunch because the plan was to trade like all of their quote good players unquote at the trade deadline, and that's probably not going to happen now.
Yeah, I mean they could easily get to the wild card, right?
They totally should trade all their good players. By the way,
of course they're awful.
Yes.
They are awful,
They're
but
awful.
you know, once you're that close, a lot of, you know.
You're somewhat incentivized to keep trying.
Right.
Once you're that close.
Yeah, because even if you're, maybe you're not that good, but even at the win total they're at now, it's like, what, they got a 10 or 15% shot at the wild card. Like, that's something. You see that through.
Yeah, less than that on Fangraphs, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Both these players are going to take a mulligan down to 6.
I saw an article recently about the Padres being buyers at the deadline, and I just can't even cope with that.
Close that article. Don't read that.
Anyone interested in Kirby Yates?
It's a great name.
Taking all offers.
It's a great name.
Taking all offers.
If I ever have a kid, I'm going to name him Kirby.
Kirby's a good name.
Kirby Phillips. Not a nickname, just his real name. Chromatic Sphere to begin. It's a Faithless Looting. Here for Zan. See what Zan wants to discard here in just a moment. Arclight Phoenix and Mountain are headed to the graveyard. Back over to Dominic Harvey we go. It's the Tower of Power. Relic Virginis is going to go after that Mountain. And we're going to head over to Zan. Looks like Dom having some difficulty completing the Tron here in this match. Sunbaked Canyon into Monastery Swiftspear. Zan's going to take 1, and now he'll play Lava Spike. It'll be attack here for 5. Dismember is going to take care of the Swiftspear as we head back Dom's way. We just watched Mono Green Tron win the Mythic Championship in Barcelona earlier today. Adam Franzi's having a heck of a tournament with it here, and Dom's not doing too bad himself at 9-2-1. It's another Urza's Mind, though. And now here's an Expedition map to complete things. So we head back over to Zan. Zan will draw a card. He'll sacrifice a Wooded Foothills, falling down to at least 18. And it'll stay 18, as he has no need for a Stomping Ground right now. This is a Blood Moon. That could be a problem. Chromatic Sphere. Sack it for a green. Dom will sacrifice the map. He'll get a basic forest. He's going to have to do it the hard way.
But Dom under no pressure here. Can just make your land drops and play to something naturally. At 13, it's not that bad.
If you're Zan, you need to find a threat. Faithless Looting will probably help assist in doing that. We're going to head back over to Harvey. This is the thing about Blood Moon, as you mentioned. If there's no pressure, Tron's going to be able to find its lands to be able to do its thing. Now, Dom does have a copy of Nature's Claim in hand, so he's going to blow up that Blood Moon. Give Zan a little bit of life in the exchange. He doesn't mind that because his lands are back online, though he doesn't have Tron just yet. Zan is going to sacrifice a Sunbaked Canyon and draw a card. We're going to move to his turn. And now he's found a creature, though this one doesn't have haste in Soulscar Mage. Power Plant the draw there from Dom. Pretty good one. Access to a boatload of mana, and that's probably the best thing he can do in the matchup is deploy a Wormcoil Engine.
Yeah, this card is a nightmare for red Prowl strategies. To the extent that I've seen sideboards that play the Boros hybrid card, the Exile Shatter, because, you know, you would say in theory I'm interested in Smash Smithereens. The deck's about dealing damage and, you know, light up the stage as a consideration. But Wormcoil Engine is such a singularly powerful card against you that you have to explore some pretty extreme measures.
Let's see, that one, I'm trying to remember that. Shattering Blow.
Yeah.
Nice, I remembered it.
Right.
Not bad.
People play this instead of Smash the Smithereens in some of the sideboards because of, there are 2 scenarios. This one, which is game over, already over, going to game 3 here in a moment.
Probably.
And the other one is Ensnaring Bridge plus Welding Jar. That's the other thing it gets you out of.
Well, Swag Tusk is here now, too. This is going to be too much, I think, for Zan to overcome. With Dom sitting at 23, Zan doesn't have much going on. And Zan never wants the game to get to this point.
No, I mean, all the lava darts and gut shots in the world cannot get you out of this sort of jam.
Another Soulscar Mage has shown up. Zan has done a little bit of lighting up of the stage as a Stomping Ground's going to enter the battlefield untapped. Zan going to fall down to 11, but these creatures have gained a lot of life. They are very large, and I have a feeling they're going to continue to attack here in just a moment. But first, we're going to get a Blast Zone. Well, that's going to make things real easy. Clean those up and clean this game up. Dom Harvey going to win game number 2 here over Zan Syed. Mono Green Tron, Gruel Phoenix, they're all tied up. These members of their teams for Dom, Team Nova, and Zan, Team Lotus Box, squaring off. We're going to learn about the player who just won that particular game. That's Dom Harvey, number 7 on our Player of the Year leaderboard, 27 years old, living in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. No Opens played last year. Made a name for himself here this year. He's already got 3 Open top 8s and 2 wins, does Dom, who came up a little bit short in qualifying for the Players' Championship in season number 1, but is looking pretty darn good for at least an overall bid, though he could just win season 2 flat out. Can the amateur podcaster and theater critic.
We need to get rid of that qualifier.
What's that?
Every podcaster is an amateur. You don't need to call yourself that.
Even Joe Rogan? Bill Simmons?
Extremely amateur.
Zach Lowe?
Not
professional podcaster, Zach Lowe. Have a little respect for the Lowe Post. The best NBA podcast
Bill
ever.
Simmons?
He's literally like the most popular podcast on earth.
I know, yeah. And that says a lot about a lot of things.
He had a great one on Friday with Kevin Costner.
Didn't hear it.
Of course you didn't hear it. He had a really good one on Monday with Kevin Bacon, talking about his movie career. And then had a really good one on Friday with Kevin Costner. And all the roles they've done. It's good stuff, man. It's easy to hate on old Billy.
Yeah, my life is already too full of ill-informed opinions by people from Boston.
Yeah, could use a few
less, not more of that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Both these players are going to send it back. Game number 3 going to be underway here in just a moment. We are in round number 12 of 15 here in Columbus. We'll be taking care of round number 13 and 14. So that number in the corner is wrong. Just going to let you know that right now. We're in round 13. That's okay. It's okay. I got tricked there for a minute. We'll take care of 13, 14. Overturf and Anderson will take care of 15. And they'll do your quarterfinals, which you can vote on at home. And then Patrick and I will take you home for the semifinals and finals as we're going to head over and watch Zan start things off here with a Monastery Swiss Spear, arguably the best start for the deck.
Yeah. Best creature in the deck by a lot. Dom, if you want to call yourself a professional podcaster, I say you do it. You don't need to sell yourself short.
I agree with you. So there's his power plant to kick things off here for Harvey.
I should retract my statement slightly. That comedian who does the hilarious sponsorship ads,
Bill Burr.
That's a professional podcaster.
He is a professional.
That's a professional.
He is a professional. Another Swift Spear. Spike ya. Got to dismember something. Here comes the beatdowns. So Dom's already down to 12. Crack the star, stir it up. Looking for the Tower of Power. A relic is not what the doctor ordered. This game could be over in short order here for Dominic Harvey, depending on what Zan's got. Oh, more Swift Spears. Not bad. Though no spells. A little surprising there.
Yep. And Harvey with Wormcoil in hand, but without Natural Tron, Zan's going to get a lot of looks at it with Fiery Islet plus his draw step, and it doesn't take a whole lot for next turn to be lethal.
Yeah, Sylvan Scrying here for Dom is going to allow him to get the Tower of Power. Could be a Blast Zone as well, but I think you want to complete the Tron, and fingers crossed you don't die here if you're Dom Harvey.
If Zan floods out a little bit here, then your Wormcoil can still be fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a relic. Tap out. Cross your fingers. We head back over to Zan. He sacrifices the Fiery Islet. 2 Swift Spears. As you mentioned, partner, it does not take much. Wow.
Okay.
Soul Scar Mage. Wow, wow, wow.
Yep, he just flooded out a little bit, and that might be the window that Harvey needs to turn this game around with Wormcoil Engine.
Tower of Power. There's your Wormcoil Engine. Pass the turn back. Dom's also got a copy of Nature's Claim in hand.
It's a lot of insurance.
Yeah, so he can blow up his own relic or his own Wormcoil Engine if it comes down to it to gain a little bit of life if he times things right. And all Zan can do is pass the turn back in the face of the Wormcoil Engine. Harvey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big Ugin is here, and that is it. Dom Harvey going to win this game match over Zan Syed. 2-1. Mono Green Tron going to steal that one from Gruel Phoenix, as it looked like Zan was in the driver's seat. But untimely flood, even with that Horizon land, Zan able to unfortunately, Dom able to come up and win this one. Zan coming up a little bit short. That means that Zan falls down to 9-4. His tournament, his top 8 dreams, they're done. While